What's
actually.
up, man?
Not much, not much. I was actually about to switch into my hoodie.
No, we live. We
Yeah,
live.
I see that. We went ahead and went live. What's going on with you, man?
Man, same old got the Hampton on.
Yeah, man. I had to do it one time for the one time. Plus, it
You
looked
know,
good.
Hampton is what turned me out.
Mm-hmm.
My sister went to Hampton, man, and man, the girls at Hampton, man, made me said I'm going to a HBCU.
You ain't gotta tell me twice. I grew up around it. Like
Oh
Hampton
my
was my first HBCU introduction ever.
God. Hmm.
Because I was born at the Air Force Base down the street from it, so I grew up there for like some years. Like I always kept that bug in my ear. Like you know what, it wouldn't be a half bad idea.
You're right.
Shouts out to Hampton. You feel me? Shouts out to Hampton.
Yeah, Hampton started this time. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about like legacy. Like when it's all said and done, like what do you want your legacy to be?
I I want to be the middleman for the person in need.
You said the middleman for the person in need.
I want to be the middleman for the person in need. Like eventually. I feel like, right now we're still whether you're young or whether you consider yourself old, even though you're not old, we still got a lot of progressing and evolving to do as people. And then we got our own stuff that we want to pursue in our own lives. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what brings us together, in my opinion, is that it's about the type of impact you have on people. Like you get to a certain point, people talk all the time about people getting to a certain point, making millions of dollars, but how are you really using, your power or your assets in order to benefit others? It doesn't even have to be necessarily society. Some people are just loyal to their friends. Some people are just loyal to their families. So groups of people that they interact with, whatever the case may be. But eventually, I would like to get to that point. That's where I want my legacy to be at. When he got to that point and finally grew up and actually got some money and stuff like that, like some money, he used it to recirculate it and what he believed in.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You see, man, you see what we're about to come up on the Instagram?
What you mean?
We're at 99.1.
Yeah. I've been paying attention to that. Yeah.
Like, what do you think? How do we get to 100 grand? Do you think, from your perspective? Like, what are the things that people don't see that behind the scenes of, or what you've observed, just being able to, see, what type of content I put out? Like, what's like the secret sauce if you had to tell somebody, like, how did you grow from zero to 100K? When you came in, how many? Where were we at?
I want to say we were either coming up to 50 or we were just hitting 50. I think we were under 50 though. I think we were under
Like
50.
46.
Yeah, I think we were around like the early to mid 40s. Um
Yeah.
to be honest with you, like I take steps back on what we've been doing and just try to like figure things out. And to me, it all leads back to the core values that you know you even introduced me to whenever I came on. You know what I mean? It comes down to first understanding your audience and understanding, you know, the fact that what you're given, whether it's content or just an idea, just HBC credits, it's a need. I remember, when we were first conversation, I was asking you interview questions for my final paper, and I asked you what was the idea that sparked HBCU Grad to come up, and you had told me it was birthed out of a need for an authentic platform for HBCU graduates and the students and supporters. You know what I mean? So from there, you start to branch out and understand. Okay, I know what I gotta deliver. I know who I'm trying to cater to, and we all know that HBCU grads, we're nationwide, worldwide, we're international, like
Mhm.
in every major sector that you could possibly think of. So from there, we just stuck to the script of just trying to respond to comments or trying to get certain schools to interact with certain posts or trying to keep an eye out for what people are gravitating towards as far as content versus what they're not. I remember the last episode that we had, it's crazy that you brought that up. The last episode we had, you said that we should try experimenting with personalized comments whenever we see somebody graduating or hitting a certain milestone. And I started experimenting with that, and we actually have been getting good feedback from it. Like people, it's just those little things to where like, okay, somebody that considers themselves to be um on a higher platform that they built themselves up on, you know, they took the time to reach out and say like, hey, you know what? We saw this come across our timeline. Congratulations. Like that's huge. Keep it selling. And the woman that we reached out to, like she was ecstatic. She was like, thank you. To be honest with you, these are very encouraging words as I continue my journey. It's little stuff like that that goes a long way. And when you continuously do that and make it not only your routine, but almost a lifestyle, anytime we log on to HBCU Grad, it speaks volumes. And
Mhm.
that's where I would say the secret sauce per se um, comes from because it's evident.
You know what it is really is consistency. Like speak to the consistency. Like people don't be realizing how consistent you gotta be and how much content you gotta put out there. I think a lot of people that are outside, they don't realize like not one piece of content is gonna make you like, man, this is gonna be the one that we're gonna go viral. Now you just gotta put a ton out every day consistently, and eventually you build that thing brick by brick,
Yep.
you know. And I don't think a lot of people really understand, what goes into that. Like it's not easy. We've been at it 4 years, so
Yeah.
um what else am I gonna talk to you about?
I definitely
Numbers.
ask
I
you
guess we'll
about
do
the.
some numbers.
I definitely was gonna ask you about the election. I mean the debate the other
Election,
day.
what you thinking?
The debate. I ain't mean
I ain't watched that. I ain't even watched it.
what?
No, I ain't
You
watched that
save
shit,
yourself
man.
some time.
You know, I forgot about it. Two, it's I know I'm gonna hear about it. And three, my mind already made up.
Mhm.
So but I think it's entertainment to some people, and I think that's important. Just like I was in a barber shop and they was asking me, have I ever seen Harlem Nights? And I've never even seen Harlem Nights. Like I don't watch movies at all. So that's just kind of my makeup. Like I just really don't watch. I'm like, wow, that 2 hours we could send about 50 personalized Twitter messages and build our business and take care of our customers instead of just looking at something that's entertainment at this point. That's what people tune in for because they know Trump gonna say some stupid shit. you know
Yeah. I had to tune in just because I needed to hear what Joe said.
what do you
I
say?
agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I feel like my mind is made up, and I feel like majority of viewers were looking to see was Trump going to say something outrageous or act a fool on stage. Which is something that we can all expect at this point. But I wanted to hear what Joe had to say, just because at the end of the day, if we can get this man voted in, I need to make sure that he's ready to get down to business.
What did he have
And
to say?
a lot of the a lot of the a lot of the talking points that he was bringing up wasn't necessarily based upon the ideas that he wanted to bring from you know starting out with his first years in office. If he were to get voted in, it was really focusing on trying to take jabs at Trump and his image, which is understandable because it's an election. It's no one topic or one thing that is held back. But you don't want certain people to be playing into other people's games, especially when it comes to the fate of the country. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Did you see that we Infinity advertised with us? Xfinity?
Right.
It was the post earlier today, and where you can say something into the Xfinity remote, and then it opens up the HBCU experience with Black film and TV destinations on Xfinity on demand. Cool little thing. So they reached out to us. So that's kind of like one of the first corporate that there's been people reaching out, but this is like the first time we kind of transacted on a corporate level. So they wanted to take over the website. Um, then they're going to advertise all during the fourth quarter. And we're at $98 per post. So well, we had 99 now, so we charge $1 per every 1,000 followers we have. So we average like $500-$600 a month. So it's something that's cool. And
That's big.
yeah, but Xfinity advertisement. Yeah, that's cool. I'm about to look up these numbers and see how we did this last month.
Okay.
And then we spent $630 on ads
Okay.
this past month. And let's see what we did. Does it feel different to be 23, man?
I'm 2 years away from getting my car insurance lowered, so we on the come up for sure. We on the come up. Nah, it's
Revenue
cool.
we did $1,275.86. And then if we look at our shipping, so 1275. And if we look at last month, we had shipping revenue of $499 and shipping costs of $312. So we made $187 on shipping. So we had like $1,400 last month.
Okay.
So spent 600, like 1,400, so 2 times the money. So what do we learn from that? We learn 3 months is a little too long to have a collection out without coming out with new stuff. So we need to be coming out with new merch all the time. So every month, I'm thinking every 3 weeks next year, I want to come out with some new merch. So
Every
right
3 months.
now, No, every 3 weeks. Every 3 weeks. That's
Oh,
every
every
week.
3 weeks. Every 3 weeks. Okay. Oh, okay.
So
So,
what we got in
but
production right now, we got the Kamala. Did I show you the design for the Kamala?
nah. I've been waiting to see this one.
I haven't seen. I don't have a shirt yet. Let me go to the Kamala. Let's go to the Kamala here. See, I don't know if it's coming out properly. Yeah, see, that ain't showing right. So we got the Kamala in store right now, and then we have the black and pink for breast cancer awareness.
Okay.
So black hoodies, black tees with the pink logo. Let's see. Have you listened to any of those podcasts or watched any of the videos?
Yeah, I took a look at the one with the guy from Harry.
Yeah, dude, dope. So let me see it. That's the front. That's the
Okay.
front of the so it's gonna be on a blue navy blue shirt with red and white. Whose colors are navy blue, red, and white?
I see where we're going with this. That's HU right there. Well, the other HU. Oh yeah. Oh, that's cold. That's cold.
With the hairs on the back. The hair, so it's gonna be blue, red, and black, which is the United States colors, which is which is Howard's colors, and then
Yep.
the 20, it's talking about 2020. So
Right.
at first I was gonna do B Harris, but I'm like, nah, he ain't part of us. I can't give it. Don't put the B on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come with that, and then we're gonna come. Man, I got a dope one that's gonna kill them too. We're gonna come with those same navy joints, and on the front it's gonna be the white box logo, but on the back it's gonna say Prime 21.
I see where we're going with that. You might
Photo
need to
shoot up.
put Coach Prime. But see if you can put Coach Prime.
It's too long. You want it to be like a back of a jersey. You don't want it to look like a celebrity game.
I got
You want it to be the real deal. So you put that prime on there. The 21, and the 21 signifies what his number was and when he's gonna start coaching in 2021.
you. That's smooth.
So so that's we're gonna do that
They
on
gonna
the
go crazy
for
for
the
that.
Navy.
You heard how much
They
the
gonna go
tickets for
crazy.
now?
Huh?
You heard how much the tickets for now? For Jackson State next year.
How much?
Tickets starting at $100. I think box seats gonna start at 225.
That's what's up.
They
That's
about
what's
to
up.
cash in.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
that's really
I'm
good.
liking that. I actually had an idea that I wanted to see if we can do with any of the shirts that we ship out. We can definitely start messing around with the logo and printing off stickers to go with the shirts. So anytime,
Yeah.
most of our people, they're either already in their professional world or, they students. But either way, a lot of especially with quarantine now, a lot of the work that we doing is on our laptop. I mean, we
Right.
doing this right now, right up on our laptops and stuff, or just a mobile device, and somebody can easily have a sticker and put it on the back of their cell phone, laptop, anytime they order a shirt. I think that they would mess with that.
Yeah, man. At the beginning of next year, we're gonna make a couple major changes. We're gonna switch to Shopify.
Okay.
Re- Reason being is Shopify has Shopify Capital, and when Shopify Capital sees the types of numbers you do, they start being able to give you loans. So if you're doing the right numbers, they'll loan you 50 grand. Then they take a little bit out of every transaction that they get back. That's how they make their money back. So you only take $3, $4, $17 out, and you pay it back like that. And then they have so many apps that you can add to it because we're media, but this e-commerce, man, I think we can really take off. Our goal is $1 million next year.
For
So
sure.
I think we got to do a platform that's more for that's geared towards e-commerce. And then, man, I think it's time to make everybody a paid employee, and be has it's gonna be everything gonna be performance based. Like, it's based on what you produce, how much you get paid. So let's say you get paid $500 a week, and these are your goals, and you reach 75% of those goals, then you get 75% of that 500. If you reach the whole goals, you reach 100%. So that's what we're gonna do at the beginning of the year. It's gonna be everything's gonna be performance based, and people are gonna start getting paid because everything been pretty much everybody's been free. Like you make a couple dollars, but not for real. So um, I think in that make us build a business that's throwing off enough cash where we can build some real shit. So that's what we're gonna do at the beginning of the year. And what do you think about all the content that came out? Like, I dropped podcasts like every day last week,
Yep.
like, and then posted a bunch of videos. Do you see that as being like something good? Like, I think we damn near need to be doing podcasts every day.
For sure. I've been looking at where we've been going with it, and first, I love the fact that we're doing podcasts because it gives us a chance to extend our range of content. Like, I remember when we were first talking about podcasts, my idea was, we just drop it in its entirety. We drop it
Hmm.
episode by episode and keep to what we were doing at first with Anchor. At Anchor
Hmm.
at first we were clipping it bit by bit, but it was mostly because of us using it for promotional reasons. And so now what we're doing with the podcast and being able to chop it up episode by episode, it gives us more content. And plus it's really cool because it's so many people that are within reach to just even schedule for an interview, a conversation is ridiculous. Like, the opportunities for it are endless. You really just one one good presentable DM away from being able to strike what could really become a great podcast episode. So, mm, mm, oh.
Yeah, I caught your drift. Yeah. You got
Where'd you
man.
go?
So,
Where'd you go?
all right. Well, that's cool, man. Yeah. So, man, anything else you
I
got,
think it
man?
was
I gotta. We got one more time to catch one more thing. I gotta run in like 2 minutes. What else you got?
you good. You good. Honestly, the main thing that I want to start preparing for is I want to directly bring in another wave of interns starting the end of this semester. I want to at least try and build up a team. I think it's a great idea that next year we start gearing up to have everybody pays, because of course that not only will that benefit everybody since we'll be bringing in more money by that time, but it'll definitely keep everybody motivated to go above and beyond. But um, starting now, I definitely want to build back up our intern team, and especially for the guys that need internship credit in order to graduate and stuff like that, because they are going to need that experience. So we take that time out and prepare, you know extend our range of how we're going to do our interviews and stuff. We can set ourselves up with a good team of interns before we even begin to start paying people. We can already have people in line. So yeah,
That's
I was
correct.
trying to add on
Because
like
we need the key is we need people to work. We need people motivated because
yeah,
sometimes that intern stuff, it'd be cool, but then you're managing more than the productivity, and we want to have some productivity too. So we got to balance. We got to balance both.
yeah. We
Yeah.
not too big of a team, just two, three, two,
Mhm.
three. Like I started out as an intern, and I understand, it's
Yeah.
it's a lot that goes into it, but at the end of the day, it's a matter of A, do you see the bigger picture of what we're trying to build? And
Right.
B, are you willing to hold on to that vision and put the necessary work in? Not everybody is going to see it, but if we can try and get one or two, even three people that understand what we're trying to build here, they can they can be great assets.
Right.
But of course, it'll take time. So
Cool.
yeah, man.
Holler at you in a minute, man. I'm gone.
All right, man. You be